Okay, so first exercise is lying down onto your back, feet about hip distance apart. For me, I am on two reds and a blue. Two reds and a yellow makes this a good bit easier. Or if you're just a beginner to jump boards, two reds is fine. So all you're doing at the start is just kind of getting into a rhythm. So you're jumping away from the board. You're going to lock your legs out here, and then you're going to land as soft as possible. So you're going to start off with 20 jumps. You'll notice that I don't have the straps resting on the reformer, they're on the floor. Just stops them catching when you're coming back in. Makes a bit less noise as well. Now when you land on the board each time, try and land on the top third of the board. If you start to let your feet drift down and down the board, you're going to start to arch your back. So upper body here is going to stay nice and relaxed. Now after doing 20 of those, you should feel like your quads, thighs are working quite hard. Should be getting a wee bit of burn here. And then next you're going to bring your feet out into a very wide position on the board, so right out to the top corners, and then jumping from there. Keep the knees out nice and wide. Now by you locking out your legs when you jump away, you're going to feel this down the inner quad muscles. Now try and keep that upper body just nice and relaxed, so your lower back here just stays relaxed on the carriage. You're trying to make sure that your rib cage isn't pushing up towards the ceiling. You're not letting that back arch. Okay, when you've 20 of those done, just have a wee rest, give the legs a bit of a shake out. My legs should be getting nice and warm at this stage. Now your next exercise is just going to be a variation of that. So you're going to start in your narrow position where your feet are just roughly hip distance apart. Then you'll jump and you'll finish in a wide position and then switch back to narrow. So again, the more you're getting into this exercise, the more those quads should be starting to really burn. Should be starting to feel your legs working quite hard at this stage. Really important that's a nice soft landing. You take all the cushion with the muscles. Okay, and then just again have a quick break. So now we're going to go into single leg. So we're going to have our right leg up into tabletop here. And then you're going to do a nice strong jump out with your left leg. Lock that leg out and squeeze your quad while you're in the air. And then land it nice and soft. Now pick a number, so 15, 20, 25. And just do that amount with one leg. And then switch over and do the same amount on the opposite leg. Now once you reach that 15, you're going to start to really burn in that quad. And once you've finished your number, just go straight into the opposite side. That leg that's in resting is just staying on tabletop nice and steady. Perfect, okay. So once you're finished that, if you find that wasn't too bad, just add on an extra yellow spring or a blue spring. Just make the next part slightly heavier. So we're just going to do alternate legs next. So you're going to jump on one leg, land on the opposite leg. Now, all the movement is coming from the legs here. Your back and your upper body just stay nice and stable. You're not twisting your body as you do this. So because it's a bit heavier now, you're going to take a bit more impact into your quads. Because it's single leg, it is going to be quite tough on those legs. Okay, now just change your springs again. This time you want a light spring. So if you're used to doing exercises, I would stick with a yellow spring so it's very light. Or you can go for a blue spring so it gives you a wee bit more support. Now you've got to be very careful, especially in your first couple of jumps here, because the spring's very light, so you don't want to be putting much oomph into your jumps here. Your aim here now is to work on your core. So you're going to jump away, you're going to lock your legs. By locking your legs, you're going to really squeeze into your lower abdominals here. So while you're in the air, your abdominals are holding the weight of your legs. Now it's really, really important here that you're not getting pressure or pain in your lower back. So make sure that that pressure you're feeling is in your abdominals, especially down towards your lower abdominals and deep into your abs. Now start adding in kicking your legs here. So you're just kind of paddling your legs. Again, aim here is lower back pelvis stay nice and stable as you move those legs and work that core. You're just going to keep your head rested down for the moment. Again, just getting into a real smooth rhythm of doing this. Now, if you just extend both legs out nice and straight, keep your legs locked and just tap your toes. Do 20 wee tiny taps, tapping your toes off the top of the board or close to the top of the board. Now really squeezing into your abdominals here as you do this. Don't be letting that back arch. Build lots of pressure into your abs. This should be quite tough on the abs. Once you get your 20 done, just have a quick wee break. Now, next part of the routine is you're going to lift your body up into ab prep position. So you're going to lift your head and chest up. Now you're going to go back to your basic jump. So you just extend out through the legs, push away, lock your legs out, squeeze into your core as you're in the air, away from the board, and then land as soft as you can. So now you're going to work more into your upper abdominals. They're keeping you up in that ab prep position. Your lower abdominals are still carrying the weight of your legs while you're out in the air. Okay, and then again, just going to paddle on the legs here. Keep that chest up, keep squeezing into your upper abdominals. Okay, and once you got that last one done, just have a quick wee rest. Okay, and again, go back to your extended leg position, start tapping your toes, but this time you're going to lift your head and chest up onto ab prep as well. Really squeeze hard into your abdominals here. So you just got a strong contraction working into your upper abdominals and lower abs, and relax. Just have a quick stretch here, so arms out to the side, let your knees fall one way. Just keep your feet resting on the board, and then roll your knees the opposite way. Let your head go the opposite way to your knees. So next exercise here, you're going to grab onto the back of your right leg, and you're going to Start with it on tabletop. You're going to jump using your left leg and then try and really straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling here. Aim for 8 of these on each side. So you're just looking for a bit of stretch down through the back of that right leg here. Trying to open up the hips. Once you got one side done, exact same on the opposite side. So just nice smooth jumps with your right leg. Straighten your left leg and really feel like you're pulling your leg back with your arms, trying to push that heel towards the ceiling. Okay. So from here you're going to sit up now. Just pop your pillow up, make sure your headrest is tilted up, and you're going to change your spring to a red and a yellow. Now we're going to work your top glute here. So you're going to lie on your side. You're going to make sure that your bum is right back to the very edge of the carriage behind you. Place your top foot on the top corner of the board and then just jump away. So your aim here is just to jump. Small jumps are more effective than big jumps. Jump away, lock your leg out, and then land really soft. So when you push away from the board, get the feeling like you're pushing through the mid-foot area. So you're really squashing into the board as you push away with your foot. Now start to kick your leg forwards here. So your top leg kicks forwards. Last one, okay. Now from here, you're going to bend your knee up to 90 degrees. So you jump, knee just comes up to 90, and then land soft. You have to time this well. It takes a bit of coordination. But at this point now, you should be starting to really feel that top glute starting to really kick in. Hopefully starting to burn a wee bit. So again, you're just going to do 12 of each of these exercises in this routine. Top glute should be nice and warm. Just have a quick rest for a second. And then you're going to place your foot back onto the top corner of the board. And then you're going to extend your leg out. Now from here, lift your toes just off the board so it's only your heel on the board. You can have a tiny soft bend in your knee. Just do 20 wee bounces of your heel off the board. So by you pressing into your heel, you're really activating that glute. You're only leaving the board by about an inch. Now this time, jump and just kick your leg upwards. Just tiny wee kicks up towards the ceiling. As long as your foot's going above hip height here. Try not to lift your leg too high, because that'll cause your pelvis to start rolling backwards. Now, to finish, extend your leg out straight in front of the board so it's not resting on the board, and you're just pulsing your leg up and down here, trying to get as much squeeze out of that glute before you finish. And relax. Okay, so you're just going to take a quick lie on your back, cross your right foot onto your left knee, and then just stretch. So you can pull your right foot towards your left shoulder. You can do that by pulling your left knee towards you if you like. Okay, and then turn around to the opposite side. So again, just make sure your bum's right back to the very edge of the carriage here. Your hips are stacked, so one hip joint should be directly above the other, one shoulder above the other, neck and head nice and relaxed. Now you're going to keep a tiny wee gap underneath your bottom waist here, so it just keeps your spine nice and straight. And then just into your standard jump, so you just jump, lock your leg, land soft. You're going for 12 of those to start. Pushing out through the mid-foot area, getting plenty of squeeze. Then start to kick your leg forwards. And you're not kicking very far forwards here. Aim is to move the leg without letting the pelvis or lower back move. Now into bending that knee up. So your knee bends up to about 90 degrees in front of you. So your knee should be directly in front of your hip when you bend it up. And then just catch yourself on the board nice and soft. Now into your wee heel taps. So your legs straight, lift your toes up and just hammer your heel off the board. Just doing about 20 wee taps off the board. Bunching your heel an inch away from the board and landing. You can have your knee slightly softened for that. Now from here, jump and just kick your leg upwards slightly. And just trying your best to get your leg above hip height. Bit of squeeze into that top glute muscle, not letting your body twist. Then to finish, just leg out in front of you, keep it nice and straight, and you're just pulsing your leg up and down. Okay, and then finish with a glute stretch. So left foot crosses onto right leg, trying to kind of pull your shin towards your chest or your left foot towards your right shoulder. Just trying to open that hip out. Now for the next exercise, we're going to use the blue ball, and I've changed to a blue spring. So the ball is going to sit roughly just in front of the shoulder rest. I'm going to be resting kind of my upper mid-back area on the ball. So my bum's not at the edge of the carriage, but it's not too far away from it. I'm just looking ahead here, and I'm just jumping, extending my legs out nice and straight. Now, keeping your back supported on the ball. The ball is slightly unstable underneath you, so your core is going to have to work that wee bit harder just to stabilize things. You're going to feel this a bit more into your lower abdominal area. You're just jumping, squeezing your abs while you're in the air, and then landing nice and soft. Moving into paddling the legs now. Get that wee bit more squeeze into your lower abs. Now extend both legs out straight, and then just wee taps with your toes. You can challenge yourself by reaching your arms up. Make it a wee bit harder on your abs. If you find that too difficult, keep your hands on the carriage for more support. Really squeeze your abs really tight as you do this, and relax. Now jump on this time and split your legs out so your feet go just wider than the board, and then bring your feet back in together as you land. Keep your eyes kind of fixed into the middle of the board, near the top of the board. Okay, so that's the abdominals finished. So we're going to go back to a wee bit of glutes. You're going to knock your headrest down and knock your pillow on the floor. Now, you're going to change to a red spring for this here. The ball is going to sit underneath your waist. Your arm is going to be the opposite side of the shoulder rest, resting down. And then from here, just a standard jump. So you're trying to keep your foot, again, top third of the board. Jump away, lock your leg, land soft. Then start to kick your leg forwards. You're just going to do 8 of each movement. Just jump, kick the leg forwards a bit. Should be starting to feel that glutes start to get quite active again now. And then kick your leg upwards. So again, it's just a tiny wee kick up above hip height. Glutes should be getting warm again. And then bend your knee in front. You're just bending up here roughly to about a 90 degrees position with your knee and your hip. Okay, and then leg out straight and just tap your heel off the board. Trying to get as much squeeze into that glute as you can there. Perfect, and relax. Now, you're going to spin around to the opposite side. So again, get your setup good. Ball's just resting underneath your waist. Still, you want your bum near the back of the carriage. Arm rested comfortably on the other side of the shoulder rest. And then off you go. So again, you're just jumping away. You're locking that leg out. Then kicking your leg forwards. And switching now to kicking that leg just slightly upwards. So your foot here just gets above the height of your hip. Your leg stays nice and straight throughout. Focus on where you're feeling the exercise. Try and get that glute squeezing as you push up. Okay, now jump, bend that knee forwards. So just come up to that 90 position. And then just wee taps of your heel here. Really squeezing into that glute as you tap. Okay. Now, next exercise is in 4-point kneeling. So for this, I'm on a red spring. Aim is to keep a good position, spine and neck and pelvis. And you're just going to do 10 jumps here by pushing away. Now when you push away, get a lot of squeeze into the bottom of your butt cheek. So you're trying to activate here your glute max muscle. So you push out through the midfoot. Once you got 10 done, do 10 more by kicking your leg slightly upwards while your leg is away from the board. So just get that bit more squeeze into the bottom of your glute. Okay, so it's just 20 jumps in total, and then same the other side. So you're just jumping away here. Your aim first of all on the first 10 is just lock your leg while keeping your upper body nice and strong. So you're locking your leg out, squeezing the bottom of your glute. Then start to just do wee kicks upwards. And you don't want your body twisting as you kick your leg up, so just wee small kicks. And that's it. Good work.